So y'all have heard about the shutdown, the government shutdown that is taking place in the United States right now. And people are calling it the Schumer shutdown, which is correct. But I think they should also call it the Mitch McConnell shutdown. The wimpy, pussy Mitch McConnell rhino Republican shutdown. And the reason for that is simple. This shutdown does not have to happen. Mitch McConnell could end this shutdown right now as I'm speaking, right now. In fact, the shutdown shouldn't have even taken place because, and I mean, people say that Donald Trump shouldn't tweet, but I say he should continue tweeting. He should continue tweeting because he has tweeted something out that I didn't know could happen. He said that Mitch McConnell should go nuclear, which would mean that instead of relying on 9 Democrats, because they would need all the Republicans and 9 Democrats, well now 12 Democrats because a few Republicans are going AWOL, which, you know, I'll talk about that later. But they would need 12 Democrats to get this budget passed and this budget passed and the government reopened. And I'm saying, instead of relying on those Democrats, go nuclear and only rely on the majority of Republicans. But Mitch McConnell says he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to do... Oh. And I'm saying, you see, this is why I call it also the Mitch McConnell shutdown. Because he's allowing this to take place. He's allowing this to keep pushing on. And I'm saying, what are you waiting for, brother? Go nuclear. This turtle-faced Mitch McConnell. Go nuclear! What are you waiting for? The Democrats are not going to cooperate. Democrats do not like Donald Trump. There is no such thing as a moderate Democrat. There is none. I know some people talk about Claire McCaskill or what's the senator from West Virginia? His name escapes me right now. What's the guy's name from West Virginia? Whatever. Joe Manchin. They say he's a moderate. He's no moderate. There is no such thing as a moderate Democrat. None. They all hate Donald Trump with a passion. They all want to see his head on a pike. They want to see him impeached. They will do whatever it takes to not cooperate with this president. So stop trying to think that you're going to make a deal with these Democrats. Yeah, it might happen eventually, but it's going to take a very long time. And in the meantime, you got veterans, you got the male people, you've got border workers, you got park rangers, all these people who are working for no pay, which is slavery, all because the Democrats want to look out for illegal aliens. So veterans, the mail carriers, the park ranger, and the border enforcement officer, all these people are not getting paid right now because Democrats want to protect illegal aliens. And they're going to continue to have this government shut down until illegal aliens are treated beautifully by Donald Trump, these DACA people. And until then, no veteran gets paid, no park ranger gets paid, no border worker gets paid, no mail carrier gets paid. You're working with people who are complete lunatics. You are working with people who are traitors to their country. You're working for people who are beyond any sort of reasoning. Democrats, Chuck Schumer, all these people, they're not moderates. There's no moderate Democrat out there. Stop thinking you're going to make a deal. Mitch McConnell needs to stop stalling and work towards going nuclear and only relying on the majority of Republicans. Only relying on the majority of Republicans. You know, I get conservatives will get mad when people say, oh, the Republicans are allowing this shutdown to happen because they have the majority in the Congress and the White House. And I used to get mad too, but I thought about it and I said, you know what? Yeah, They're right. The Republicans have the majority. And the Republicans could end this right now. But all they need to do is grow a little backbone and say, look, Democrats, we're not going to rely on you anymore. We are going to go nuclear. We're going to only rely on the majority of us Republicans, and we're going to get this country moving again. We're going to get this government moving. I shouldn't say this country. America can go with or without any government. In fact, I think America probably worked better without the government. As long as you get the veterans paid and all these people, I think America would be just fine without these assholes making up all these damn laws, making America go deeper and deeper in debt and all this stuff. I think America will do just fine. But, if you want the government working, we say go nuclear, not rely on the Democrats, only rely on the Republicans, and I would go a step further. I would use the Republican because, what are the whips for? The Senate whips, the congressional whips. Don't they have like whips and stuff that I know here in Canada, the whips in the Parliament are used to say to your party, look, like let's say the Conservative whip will force all the conservative members of Parliament, or the Liberal whip would force all the Liberal members of Parliament to vote in a certain way. And if they don't vote in that certain way, then there's consequences. They get off of certain committees. They might not get paid. They get taken out of the caucus. And I think that's what should be happening in America. So what should happen is that the Republicans should use their Senate whip and say, I think his name is McCarthy, or I don't know, maybe he's the other one, but what should happen is they should use their whip and say, look, all y'all Republicans, including Jeff Flake, who looks like his face is made of Botox, and John McCain, who I won't say about what his face looks like. And by the way, don't give me these stupid, he's a war hero, you shouldn't talk to him in any way. Bullshit. Let me tell you, first of all, he's a war hero. I congratulate him for his service. It's good, but that doesn't mean that I don't have the right to criticize the man. It's the same thing that black people say, you can't criticize me, I'm black. I could criticize you whether you white, black, purple, I don't care. So don't use this whole he's a war hero as a weapon to not have me criticize him. But all these Republicans who are going against Donald Trump should be whipped into voting for what Donald Trump wants, because I know there are a few Republicans who are voting against this budget, so they're contributing to the shutdown. They should be whipped into submission, and if they don't vote for Donald Trump's budget, then they should be kicked off of committees. They should be kicked out of the Republican Party. They ain't Republicans to begin with. I don't care. Jeff Flake, John McCain, Bob Corker, all these fools, And by the way, don't tell me, that's being dictatorial. First of all, most Republicans who are not politicians love Donald Trump. You see Jeff Flake and John McCain, they're both from Arizona. Almost every person from Arizona who is a Republican loves Donald Trump. You go to a Republican barbecue or a Republican party or wherever in Arizona, 99% of the people who are attending adore Donald Trump. They worship the ground he walks on. So don't give me this thing, you're being dictatorial to make You're doing what the people voted for, you idiot. So by whipping them into submission, you're doing what the people voted. They're the dictators, John McCain and Jeff Flake. They're working against the people who voted for them. And Bob Corker, too. I'm glad those two are leaving. I'm glad Jeff Flake is leaving. They should find a way to get rid of John McCain. They probably would have lost anyway. And that would have been a good thing. I know you'll say, then you'd replace him with a Democrat. They're Democrats already. What you talking about? They're Democrats already. They vote against Donald Trump every opportunity they get. John McCain votes against Donald Trump all the time. So don't tell me, you'll replace him with a Democrat. He's already a Democrat. There's already a Democrat. Don't give me any of that. Give me a break. And all you people out there who are still voting Democrat and who plan to vote for a Democrat senator or congressman in 2018, all you're doing, you vote for a Democrat, you might as well, at this point, when you see all this stuff going on, you might as well join ISIS and shoot at your fellow veterans. Because how are you going to vote for a party that allows veterans, U.S. veterans, to work and risk their life and die for your freedoms for no pay? All because the Democrats want to protect illegal immigrants, illegal aliens. I prefer using the word illegal alien because it sounds more shameful. And yeah, I take it personally because I'm a dual Canadian-American citizen. When my parents moved to the United States back in 2003, they didn't hop no fence. They blood, sweat, and tears to become American citizens. It would have been easy to jump a fence or swim through a river, but they didn't do it. And it would have been easy, and nobody would have caught us either. But that's the thing. You might as well destroy your fellow veterans. It probably would have been better than to vote Democrat, because the Democrats right now are allowing them or making them work for no pay. Might as well kill them and end their misery, rather than having to risk their life in Afghanistan and Iraq for no pay, all because the Democrats want to help illegal aliens. That's why the government shut down. But bottom line is, Mitch McConnell should go nuclear, get this government reopened, and continue to go nuclear in order to get the budget passed. Only rely on Republicans and use the Republican whip to whip all the Republicans into submission. By the way, I have a new camera. I got a MacBook for my 25th birthday, so that's why the image looks different and probably better. This is the Irana Nation.